Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Very nice. Some more folks coming in than I expected. This is great. Can't hear me? I was speaking kind of quietly. Is it better like this? It's very nice to see everybody here for Shabbat. If I can get the slide to turn. Give me one sec here. It's a one-man show tonight. There we go. There we go. Yedid nefeshav harachaman, Yedid nefeshav harachaman, Meshochav decha, Eretz onecha, Meshochav decha, Yad hai hai hai. Shabbat Shalom. I'm Cantor Shafritz. For those of you who don't know me, Rabbi Magat is down in LA for a simcha of his niece's wedding. And then he's jetting eastward all the way to Israel for a couple of weeks. So I'm glad that you are joining me here tonight. And we'll begin our Shabbat with lighting the candles. And I'd like to invite up Diane Gilden to help us with that.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. Oh, this is the funny one. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlit ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Eloheinu melech Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Now that we've welcomed in Shabbat, welcome someone sitting near to you. Shabbat, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. yish'enu, letzor yish'enu, lechu neranena, l'Adonai nariya, letzor yish'enu, nekadma fanav, b'toda, b'zmirot nariya lo, nekadma fanav, b'toda, b'zmirot nariya lo, lechu neranena, l'Adonai nariya, letzor yish'enu, lechu neranena, l'Adonai nariya, letzor yish'enu, nekadma fanav, b'toda, b'zmirot nariya lo, nekadma fanav, b'toda, b'zmirot nariya lo, lechu neranena, l'Adonai nariya, letzor yish'enu, lechu neranena, l'Adonai nariya, letzor yish'enu, ooh, 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 Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, ishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet ve'litila. Lecha dodi li kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor ha'averacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Hitoreri kiva kumi uri shir daberi kivod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam v'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. We've welcomed in Shabbat. We welcomed our Shabbat bride with Lecha dodi. Now we can welcome in the angels, whatever that means, some sense of Shabbat holiness. We feel that presence. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzchem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Oh, we're missing the first page. I apologize, we're missing the first page of Chatzi Kaddish, but if I will chant it, and what you know, sing along with me. Yitkada v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, bagala bagala u'bizman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ulal me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמה, ואמרו Amen. Continue with the Baruch Hu. I invite you to please rise if you are able. Please be seated and join with me. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Guides the sail of the stars. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, melech haolam, asher bidvaro משמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו פורא יום ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד Baruch atah Adonai, Amari Varavim. you joined us last week for our Ruach Shabbat, this one will be familiar. And if not, I think you'll catch on pretty quickly. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shochbeinu Uvkumeinu Nasiach bechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shochbeinu Uvkumeinu Nasiach bechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvahem negeh yomam v'layla Ve'ahavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael. Invite us to take a deep breath in, to feel that love that we just sang and prayed about, the peace of Shabbat. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Avayed. Join together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levadecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי Vitem kedoshim leElohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem leElohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem emet. Please read with me. Sing the song of men, women, and beloveds, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba ba bim bum, ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba ba bim bum, ay 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 ay, ya ba ba bim bum, ay 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 ay, ya ba ba bim bum, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. No rati lo sefele, no rati lo sefele, ma'alechutecha ra'u v'necha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'eli anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba ba bim bum, ya ba ba bim bidi bum, ya ba ba bim bum, ay 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 ay, ya ba ba bim bum, ay 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 ay, ya ba ba bim bum. V'nemar kifad Adonai et Yaakov. Uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim, l'chaim. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim, l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim, l'chaim. May you shelter us with peace until the morning comes. May you lay us down with love, and may you raise us up. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu לחיים, לחיים, השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו, לחיים, לחיים. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. Hope you're beginning to feel some of that refreshment of Shabbat. So we turn now to the central portion of our service, the Amidah, and I invite you to please rise if you're able. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, Le'man Shemo be'ahava. Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, v'chayei hakol atah rav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayim emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha b'gevurot, umido melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Ukroshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. And please read with me. God, help us to make this new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the work you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. We continue together. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. In just a moment, we'll have some time for those prayers that are still left in our hearts or on our minds this evening. I wanted to perhaps give a little bit of a framing with some words of Torah, just off the cuff this week. We're still in the book of Exodus, and it's Parshat Mishpatim, which literally means laws, and we have a lot of them in this portion. It's kind of a big mishmash. You get kind of each line is like a different law. It's interesting when you look at it. But what I think is important to note about all of these seemingly distinct laws is that they all really center on what it means to dwell in community, to function with other people in the world. If you think about some of the laws that we get a little bit later in Leviticus, that pertain to kashrut or maybe more toward yourself and caring for yourself, these ones have to do a little bit more with how we interact with others. So you do get some about what to do if your ox gores somebody. It's very important. I guess it was then when it was being written. But mostly it's, how to make restitution for damages. It's when we get that famous an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, that line. It also has the basis for the Jewish understanding of women's reproductive rights. The punishment for killing someone in this portion is death. But when we get to a part about if you cause harm to a pregnant woman and causes her to miscarry, the restitution is not death. The punishment is not death for whoever hurt her. It's monetary. So that verse in our portion is the basis for our understanding of human life and where life begins. And as you probably know, in Jewish thought, we don't believe that life begins at conception or in the womb. It's when the baby is born. And that is really the basis where rabbinic thought comes out of on that matter. But something that I think is really important, and the Torah thinks it's also very important because this line comes up many, many, many times throughout the whole Torah, is this line, and it happens twice in this portion, worded slightly differently, but the same message, is to be kind to strangers because we were once strangers in the land of Egypt. And I think it's just so important to remember, and especially when you think about the history of our people, we've been strangers in a lot of places. We felt like outsiders in many places we've lived. If we look back at our family histories, many of us, you see people fleeing oppression. And now we still deal with some of that today. There's still anti-Semitism. There's still people who wish us harm. But I think overall, when we think about where we've come from and where we are now, I think we have become mostly integrated into society, thank God. But now it's our duty to really think about those on the periphery, the strangers in our midst. This portion also mentions including the widow and the orphan, people who are less fortunate than ourselves, who might be cast aside otherwise. So I really like that about this portion. It's about how do we function in community? How do we live it together in community? How do we bring people into community? And I think we do a pretty good job of that here at this congregation. We can always do better. So I encourage us just tonight on this Shabbat, maybe think of a time when you felt maybe perhaps like an outsider in some setting. Maybe there was someone who brought you in. And how did that make you feel? And how can we do that for others that we meet and others who come in to our own community? So let us take a few moments to reflect on that this Shabbat and about our wonderful community. Pause in silent reflection. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Baruch Adonai, Hamevarech et Amo Yisrael ve'et ha'olam b'shalom. We think now of those in our lives who are in need of that shalom, that peace or shalem, some wholeness, some healing of mind, body, or spirit. And we're thinking in particular this evening of Janet Argovich, Sally Armendries, Hannah Bat Miriam, Bobby Barco, Bob Bell, Robert Berg, Dr. Arnold Berliner, Sandy Beinstock, Carol Brindell, Rich Burns, Ina Bruns, Julian Cannell, Melissa Champer, Chu Chi, Talia Sarowski, Deanna Courtwright, David and Midori Dierig, Henry Hansen, Jenna Fishoff-Hyman, Harold Fletcher, Carolyn Franklin, Holly Fugit, Marilyn Fuller, Roberta Gabriel, Josie Garcia, Marcia Gieser, Charlene Griffin, Jack Haff, Olivia Hand, Linda Harris, Dr. Gary Height, Jennifer Johnson, Mimi Jones, Arlene German, Sylvia Karp, Evelyn Katz-McCosker, Shirley Lerner, Carol Lesage, Bobby Lotman, Emmett Lowry, Austin Lucero, Janice Lucero, Gerald Maddox, Missy Marsh, Stephen Mauseri, Rich McCarthy, Maria McClure, Neil McElwee, Rich Meador, Beverly Meador, Gunther Myberg, Lawrence Neal, Barbara Wanamaker Neiman, Gilbert Palazzo, Brad Parkins, Gabrielle Pollock, Heidi Preston, Sherry Prezant, Stephanie Rasmussen, Linda Rogers, Julius Rodriguez, Eva Rose, Devon Ross, Patricia A. Rotzi, Anthony Sains, Daryl Sanchez, Laura Sanders, Glenn Sanders, Victoria Schneider, Nina Shapiro, Shirley Silverman, Jonathan Stern, Donna Thyman, Gina Thrower, Kara Thayer, Steve Umecki, Sarah Vogler, Jean Watson, Nancy Weisenfeld, Eleanor Williams, Sue Winton, David Weiner, Sherman Wong, Yaakov Ben Ada, and Brandon Yarkin. And I invite you, if there's anyone who I did not name that you are thinking of this evening who is in need of healing, to please raise your hand and we'll go around the room and hear those names and bring them into our community. We wish them all a full and speedy recovery as we join together in Mishaberach Lecholim. Mishaberach Avotenu, Avraham, Sarah, Uvnehem, Uyevarech v'yirapeh et kol hacholim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yimaleh rachamim alehem, vayishlach lachem refuah shelema. Refuat hanefesh urefuat haguf, betoch sha'ar cholei Yisrael. Hashaba hagala uvizman kariv, v'nomar amen, v'nomar amen. It's my pleasure to invite up the president of our congregation, Steve Crandell, for some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. I am Steve Crandell, President of Temple Emanu-El's Board of Trustees. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome you to Erev Shabbat services led by Cantor Shafritz. I don't think I've ever had to say it that way. After services, please join us in the Temple House for Kiddush, Motzi, and an Oneg sponsored tonight by Temple Emanu-El. During this time, our gift shop will be open for all your Judaica shopping needs. On Tuesday at noon, join Cantor Shafritz for the weekly chat on Zoom. Also on Tuesday, all women are invited to join Cantor Shafritz and Sisterhood for a Rosh Chodesh. So that's been postponed. It's been postponed till next year, next month, excuse me. Look at the website for Rosh Chodesh. You'll find what's going on next month. Also Tuesday, Louie will be leading her Israeli dance class at 7:30 in the Temple House. Since next week is Rosh Chodesh Adar, this means Purim is coming up. In addition to our annual Purim Spiel and Carnival on May 5th and our adult Purim experience on May 6th, our confirmation class will be fulfilling the mitzvah of sending Mishloach Manot bags to all members. If you plan to be at the temple for services for one of these events, or for services on March 3rd, do let us know so you can pick up your bag in person. Otherwise, expect delivery between Sunday and Tuesday. If you're able, we'd love to have you sponsor the project and have your name included as a personal greeting. Please sign up online to sponsor, deliver, or let us know if you're able to pick up in person by February 24th. The next Jewish nonfiction book club, the book will be Born to Kvetch by Michael Wex. Get it now and join the discussion on March 5th. Finally, we are really looking forward to our congregational retreat on March 17th through 19th. Check online to see the amazing schedule of activities, housing options, and pricing. The retreat will take place at Camp Newman in Santa Rosa, and we need your registrations by February 24th if the retreat is to take place. Hope to see you at our Shabbat at Home service on Zoom next Friday. Shabbat Shalom, and have a happy President's Day holiday.
All right. You discovered my nifty foot pedal. I'm spoiling the magic here. All right. And as it says on the slide now, we will continue with Aleinu. Please rise. I have a long way to go tonight. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. Please be seated. We bring to mind now, at this point in our service, those in our lives who we've lost and who we are remembering this evening. And upon hearing the name of your loved one, it's our custom here to rise so that we can acknowledge you in this moment. We're in the period of Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning for Dr. Mike Kahn, Mervyn Durlester, Joyce Mendel, and Howard Sutkin. We're in the first year of mourning for Esther Burton, Dr. Edward Kahn, Eldon Chernus, Robert DeNike, Rhoda Edwards, Betty Fargo, Nessia Fistrom, Curtis Given, Fritz Gottfeld, Jacqueline Hall, James Hayward, Gail Jacobs, Walter Jacobs, Laura Jacobson, Steve Koss, Sylvia Lazarus, Bobby Lebo, Bernie Levine, Rita Lauren, Emmanuel Marquis, Rochelle Marquis, Harvey Offenhartz, Janice Palmer, Thomas Parkins, Herman W. Poland, Gladys Popolo, Mitzi Sapper, Randall Shev, Judy Siegel, Norman Siegler, Dr. William Silen. And we remember those whose yahrzeits fall at this time, the anniversary of their passing. Lee Bell, William Bloomfield, Molly Bloomstein, Abraham Boxer, May Brash, Mildred Bortz-Briskin, Yetta Broder, Robert Brody, Betty Burton, Ruth Charlesworth, Sidney B. Davis, Helen Favorman, Joseph Garshon, Sadie Gazong, Sylvia Goldberg, Helene Graff, Melvin Grace, Maury Gross, Henry Guin, Irma Hartfield, David Herlick, Sophie Koppel, Flossie Crandell, Robert Crandell, Violet Landers, Sadie Levin, Sarah Marchick, Albert Miller, Jacob Myers, Rosalind Stein Novak, Louis Ossiel, Burgess Pengilinen, Lorelda Pearson, Millicent Potter, Leonard Rellig, Marion Rosen, Dr. Joseph Rosen, Isidore Rosenthal, Sarah Golden Roy, Helene Ratansky, Sunny Schwab, Frank Schwartz, Pauline Katz Senders, Noah Shipman, Devine Schlar, Rebecca Schulman, Rosalind Suntop, Leonard Taylor, Alan Weinstein, Nanette Ossiel Weintraub, Ann Wiener, Francis Wolfson, Sophia Yampolsky, Betty Yules. We all rise together as one congregation as we recite these ancient words of our mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Please be seated. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Shabbat Shalom. So good to be with you this evening. We'll continue our Shabbat celebration with our oneg, with kiddush and motzi in the temple house.
There's your little button.
Go back a page.
Yep.
Yeah.
We want to see what the heck. That is two doves holding a Band-Aid.
Yes, they're repairing the
We're
world.
repairing the world. Huh.
I think I was just searching for like peace or doves or something, and that came up. I was like, oh, that's kind of nice.
Because Allison just went, what?
They're doing tikkun olam, these doves. Rabbi likes the pretty pictures on the slides. Yeah, industrial strength.